First up, Kingmaker from the United States of America. Last time we saw them in the ring, they won by KO. It's Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs from the United States of America. They are the WBO title holder. Last time we saw them in action, they suffered a very tough KO. Let's see how they respond here.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, Kingmaker. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, the current WBO champion, Daniel Jacobs.
All the talking has been done. It's time to... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. What a punch. Just missed with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. You know they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. That jab misses. The straight right just misses.
Real generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kisses. And my fit stay clean like dishes. That's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs. I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a sleeve. That's why nowadays man I don't do love.
Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in the... On to the second round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. throw a shot, they get countered. They're giving us a high-tempo show. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant. There's the bell to start round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. This is a high-octane battle. This fighter loves throwing straight power shots. Their opponent has got to get that head off the center line. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Nice defense there to stop the right hook. You don't want to trade shots. Defense here at all. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret. Here we go to the 4th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No doubt the career is winding down. How many fights do they have left? Good counter punch. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. You'd like to see more jabs. You know, we have to rank them as one of the best in the weight class. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? That jab doesn't score. Like like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as... Time for the 5th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Swing and a miss with that jab. Ooh, that was a nasty right uppercut. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Face is starting to welt up from those straights. He parries that left jab away. Well done with that counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about... This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And finally, Jacobs crumbles to the canvas. A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through them?
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be... And there's the bell for round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
How about that time counter shot? Punch, counter punch. A straight right just misses. Good defense with that left jab. And he scores with the counter. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Jacobs in real trouble. A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. You've heard the old phrase, and we enter the 8th round. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work.
And down goes Daniel Jacobs. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
That's lights out right there.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. And there goes Jacobs. He's down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Come to me.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it. And there's the bell for round 9. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
go. A perfect counter lands. Catch and shoot. Good hook to the body. The straight right just misses. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Just missed with that hook. Swing and a miss with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
It's when you talk about
This is the 10th. Was 1 minute enough? Hold that thought. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? And down goes the Miracle Man. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.